Our last episode was really fun, finishing 7th at the Tour de France with Ivan Romeo, signing some pretty big names during the transfer season like Antonio Morgado and Paul Magnier, and lastly finally seeing Lorenzo Finn grow in this game, 78 mountain, 79 medium mountain, and 70 time trial, so that's better. Especially because in today's episode we'll start the third Grand Tour of the season with Finn as our leader. Of course I'm talking about La Vuelta a España 2027 starting off in Burgos, so I think it's the 2021 edition. With a first mountaintop finish on day 3 on Picon Blanco, Alto de Vellefique on stage 9. Honestly, there's plenty of mountain stages in this race, but stage 17 is quite memorable because Bernal attacked on the second last climb with Roglic, and then on the final climb, Roglic won. But I think it's fair to say stage 18 is the queen stage with multiple mountains, and the final one is Gamoniteru, a monster climb. Also, stage 20 is a day where Miguel Angel Lopez stepped into the car, I think. And lastly, a 32-kilometer time trial, quite hilly, but Finn is not a fan. Gotta say, it's super weird to see Matteo Jorgensen as one of the leaders of UAE Team Emirates here, together with Juan Ayuso. But a super weak Visma Lease bike led by Tijmen Graat. Like sure, he's 78 mountain, but that's kind of not impressive. Actually, Finn is also 78 mountain, so cut that out, Joe. Honestly, the fact that I'm mentioning Enric Mas as a GC rider here means that the field is kind of weak. No Pogacar, no Vingegaard, no Sexas, and no Remco. Oh snap, we are one day before the Vuelta, and I'm noticing on my planner page that Kopecky is injured and can't ride La Vuelta. But of course, Lukas Kubiš is already at the Renui Tour, so I have to pull him out. I think that's on the strategy page, yes indeed, where is Kubiš right there, withdrawal, okay. But actually, only 86% fitness, he's not in good form. Honestly, I'll take out Watson as well, and also Erzen in the Renui Tour. Yes, I've halved my team, but with 74 hill stat and 73 sprint, Watson could be my versatile sprinter, and with 76 sprint, 79 acceleration, Erzen could be my pure sprinter. Of course, after taking Kopecky out of my team, I've still got one rider too much in my Vuelta team, so Benjamin Noval, super talented, but not ready yet, so he's out. Okay, we solved that crisis, let's start the Vuelta. Now, considering the Vuelta was a fitness peak for Lorenzo Finn, I kind of expected him to arrive to this race with more than 92 fitness level. Anyway, stage 1 is a prologue, 7.6 kilometers in total, so Romeo time? Because yes indeed, Ivan Romeo is also at this race for time trials and breakaways. So, our first rider is Samuel Watson with 76 prologue, so I do want to try this. I think I'll start off pretty hard on, let's do 90 from the get-go to get up to speed. There we go, climbing to the first time check, first time at the moment, now down to 86-ish again. In the last stretch, up to 86, 87, 99, there we go, and a first time by a single second only on Ethan Vernon. Like, Vernon's pretty good at prologues, but I kind of expected a bigger gap. Next up is gonna be our big man for this time trial, Romeo, on 89, 90 from the start, but with a -1 day, but it's not negatively impacting his prologue. Oh, I missed the intermediate, 3 seconds ahead, so first time. Into the final K on 86 at the moment, running out of red bar, so let's drop it right now, 99, and a first time by 13 seconds, so great stuff. I hope we can win this time trial, but I forgot to take a look at the favorites list, so I don't know who's here. Oh snap, in the final wave of riders, and Juan Ayuso is on the road and has beaten Romeo at the first time check, so let's take a look at the finish. There he comes, final meters, and beating Romeo by 2 seconds. Oh, Lorenzo Finn starting off at a -2 on the day, so 66 prologue, I'm doomed. First time check incoming, and I'm worried it is 20 seconds down already. In the last stretch, and Lorenzo crosses the line with 57 seconds down, so that is bad. A terrible start to our Vuelta. Well, actually, Ivan Romeo does finish on the podium of this first stage, so that's pretty good, but I wish I won it, you know? Juan Ayuso is the winner. And of course, that gives him the first red jersey of this Vuelta. Losing a massive 58 seconds on the first prologue of this race is not what I was hoping for. By the way, today's video is sponsored by NordVPN. As a cycling fan, it's becoming harder by the day to find a live broadcast for every race, especially when some might not even be available in your country. NordVPN helps you protect your online privacy by masking your IP address, pretending to be somewhere else, for example, in a different country. Without diving into too much detail, a VPN can be a very powerful tool for a cycling fan. Anyway, if you want to try NordVPN, you can get 70% off a 2-year subscription or 55% on a 1-year subscription through the link below. Anyway, time for a sprint stage, I guess, on stage 2 with Danny van Poppel as the favorite, Axel Zangle, Penouet, Vernon, and then Zach Erten, so we've actually got a chance. Starting off stage 2 with a 0 day on Zach Ederson, but 77 sprint stat, 80 acceleration, so that's good. Watson has a lead out with a +1, so looking pretty solid. In the last 12 kilometers, and our train is well positioned. We've got Groupama on the left, Red Bull on the right of us, so let's try to move up to 88 to push through. Oh, last 5 kilometers and we are losing positions as we speak, but Groupama has blown up a little bit, so let's move through it. Alvarez right now in the middle, Serrano in second place, looking good. 3 kilometers to go and a near perfect lead out, but we're gonna have to go early with Watson, so I don't like this. Watson is ready now on 99 goals right now. We won't launch yet right now with Watson. Ederson in the wheel looking fantastic. Ederson looking fantastic. There we launch with Ederson. We've got Laurence on the left side. Zangler on the right. Come on, Zach. Come on. Van Poppel tries to come around, but no, it is us, Zach Ederson, who in stage 2 of the Vuelta. That is insane! I am pretty sure that's the first time ever I'm riding for him in a sprint. And his first one is the charm because he takes the victory already on the podium of La Vuelta. What a win, man. What a win. Like, I knew I had a chance because the sprint field at this Vuelta is pretty weak, but it's still a fantastic victory. And I completely forgot about this, but La Vuelta a España was a sponsor objective where we had to win a stage, so succeeded. And I feel like we can win more than one. Then again, stage 3 is a medium mountain finish on Picon Blanco, and Lorenzo Finn is not feeling that great. But on paper, 79 medium mountain, while the competition has 78 to 81, it's not impossible to compete. Anyway, let's give it a try. Oh la la, what a start to the stage with a +1 on Lorenzo Finn, so 81 medium mountain. That might be enough to contest the stage. It is quite a steep climb though, but Finn is pretty good at that. The first 2 riders trying to go into the breakaway, but I'll stay in the peloton today. And to be honest, midway the stage, there's only a 4-man breakaway. The gap to the peloton is only 4 minutes, so this break is not winning. In the last 20 kilometers on a small bump before we get to a flat section before the final climb, but the tempo on this bump is pretty significant, but I also don't want to spend too much energy here. That said, next to Finn with his +1, Pericas, Romeo and Arrieta all with a +2 on the day, so a fantastic form for my entire team. Just about 1k before the climb, so I want to spend some energy getting to the front because I think it's worth it because the climb is only 8 kilometers at 9% though, so quite a steep climb, and here we turn onto it right now in a good position. Let's keep going. There we go, 6.5 kilometers to go onto a narrow section. We've got Ciccone on the left side with Skelmose, Kulsit in the wheel, but my team is doing fantastic right now for Finn, so I'm cooking something up. Arrieta is almost done for, so Romeo can protect Finn now. Let's try and get past the little trek riders into the wheel of Ayuso as soon as possible here. Oh, Juan Ayuso is speeding up. We've got Ciccone speeding up on the right side as well. Let's do 88 right now, but I'm not sure this is going that well. Pericas is looking fantastic, but I'm losing some ground with 2 kilometers to go. Romeo is almost done for. Pericas can take over. Finn is needing to go harder. 89, 1.5 kilometers to go. There goes Ciccone off the back. We've got Ayuso looking fantastic, but we're looking good for a potential top 5, I think. Last kilometer, come on, Finn. Keep on flying, keep on flying. Pericas in the wheel, 95. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Pericas go for the stage, maybe, but Finn can get a top 5. Skelmose versus Pericas. It's gonna be, I think, Skelmose, but it will be close. I don't know. Skelmose wins, and we even get 3rd place, but a nice 4th place for Finn, who is actually our GC rider. I think I didn't play that perfectly, but the outcome is pretty fantastic. Oh, somehow there was a gap after P3, so Finn lost 4 seconds, but still a pretty solid stage. Matthias Skelmose takes the red jersey from Juan Ayuso, and we are now on 36 seconds with Pericas and 1 minute and 4 seconds with Finn, so Finn's still pretty far, but looking pretty good on the road. Honestly, with the competition that's here, I kind of feel like Finn might be able to compete for a top 5 in GC. Is that insane? On to stage 4 then, once again a sprint stage, and last time we did pretty well at the last sprint stage, so Zach Ederson, hopefully again. But somehow the favorites are punchers on this stage, so that's kind of weird. I guess the final sprint might be uphill? Yeah, as you can see on the right, it is slightly uphill, but I don't think it will matter too much. We've got a +2 on Ederson, so 70 hill stat, 78 sprint. I want to win this stage. Wait a second, is it snowing right now? It looks super sunny, but there's snow falling out of the air, which that's a bit odd. I swear my team is on fire in these sprint stages, not just Ederson with a +2, also Watson +1, Serrano Ham with a +2, Alvarez +2, Romeo with a +2, and every single one has like 77, 78 flat stat, which is insane. Come on, Erzen, get to the wheel of Watson, buddy. Get to the wheel. Last 5 kilometers are here. Alvarez with the 99 energy gel on Mr. Erzen. Serrano's looking fantastic. Our team is doing good. Last 2.5 kilometers, perfect position. Serrano is ready pretty soon to launch right now before this corner. Watson as well right now. There comes Erzen in the wheel, but we're kind of blocked in on the right side of the road. So many corners, but I'll launch right now with Erzen, but we are in Narnia, and there's simply too many corners, but we're coming on the right side of the road, but it won't be enough. It is Van Poppel winning ahead of Matthias Kjelmose? What happened here? Yap. All my right is 75 flat stat. Well, it didn't help, did it? No. Kjelmose got second, got bonus seconds, and there's gaps in the group for no reason at all? Jorgensen loses 15 seconds, but still gains another 10 seconds on the group with us, where Lorenzo Finn loses 25 seconds plus bonus seconds to Kjelmose. That was not part of the plan. We're now 1 minute and 35 seconds behind NGC with Finn, so that's not good. Literally losing 30 seconds on a flat stage. That is insane. By the way, at the start of this video, when I said Matthias Kopecky was injured, I forgot to mention the injury. He has a fractured skull. That's a crazy injury. And apparently, bro is just gonna walk that off in a span of 4 months. Hey, good on him, I guess. Oh snap, stage 5 is also pretty mad. 180 kilometers, it's flat, so you'd say a sprint, but there's like 160 kilometers of potential echelons. That is crazy! This time Zach Erzen is 5th favorite, but I think keeping Lorenzo Finn safe will be a priority today, because that man is as light as a feather. Well, actually, still 73 flat stats, so that's not too bad. So, the race is on, but I gotta get my guys directly to the front of the peloton, because the wind zone starts in like half a kilometer. That's crazy. Come on, boys. Move up. And of course, the peloton is super stressed and already pacing with Red Bull, Visma and so forth, so no breakaway today, but we're now relatively well positioned. You can barely see it because of the trees, but this peloton is undoubtedly gonna split. It is so lined out, and there comes the split. 100 people behind already. 7th NGC, Michael Leonard, is at the back of the peloton in the last split, so he might lose some time. Vlasov in trouble as well. Schachmann, Kristen Ayuso, Sheffield, not in a great position. By the way, we're literally 18 kilometers into the stage, so this is gonna be chaos. Oh, Juan Ayuso is caught behind right now. We've got Bistrom trying to close it down. I don't really want to push myself yet because look at my energy with my riders. Finn already below half yellow, so I gotta conserve my energy. The gaps are quite minimal at the moment though. Only 40 seconds between the first echelon and the second one, where Ayuso and Vlasov and Kristen are chilling, which are 3 riders in the top 10. And there we go, it's closed again. Oh snap, a split in front of me. This usually does not happen, but this front group of 16 riders with Kjelmose, Jorgensen, Laurence and Van Welder is basically gone. 49 seconds on a group with the majority of our team, and we are recovering a little bit maybe in this second group, but I don't really want to be behind like this. The big benefit is UAE is spacing for me, Soler is spacing, Ayuso himself is spacing as well, so they're spending energy and I'm just sitting in. And hopefully later I can benefit from this. Yes, Juan, keep on pacing, buddy, do the work for me, I like it. And that's it, Maurice closes the last gap to the front group, so we're now back at the front of the race with 53 people in total and majority of our team looking pretty solid, so quite happy. I think we got about 25 kilometers to go before this first wind zone is done, and the second one will start afterwards, so we'll try and get water in between, but the last wind zone is where I'll try to make a difference. This one is about surviving. By the way, Michael Leonard is now in a group on like 8 minutes on the road, and we've got Vlasov 2 groups ahead of that, like 5 minutes behind, and some small groups in between, including Pericos losing time, so that's not great, but the peloton is now 43 riders with the majority of the top 10 riders still present, but Sheffield and so forth, they look pretty done. But that is the end of the first wind zone, and our team is looking okay, I guess. I've got Erzen with lots of energy, Finn with half a yellow bar, Watson and Alvarez with some yellow bar, but Romeo and Arrieta are basically done. But let's get some water in this in-between segment. And now back into the echelons, I guess. Last 70k are here. We've got plenty of dead riders, including Gelders, Mohoric, Schachmann, a top 10 GC rider, and I assume some more will follow, so it's just about surviving. What if I get to the front and do some hard pacing with Romeo to try and drop some people? He's almost done for when it comes to energy anyway. Does that do anything? Because Ayuso looks pretty much done for. I'll be honest, I'm actively considering offering up Zach Edison, who could win the stage, for a GC of Finn. Because if Juan Ayuso is done with 60 kilometers to go, then I can take minutes on him. There we go, our plan is in motion. Alvarez at the front, then Watson in the wheel, and Ejegel on the first two riders because they're almost done for. Edison in P3, Finn in P4. We're gonna spend some energy now, but I want to drop Ayuso, and I think I can do it. There goes Jan Christian off the back. That's the first one. Ayuso is struggling off the back together with Sheffield. Also Romeo, but I don't care. We are cooking. Alvarez is done for. Watson is now pacing. Let's reduce the tempo to 68 to make sure we can keep the gap on Ayuso. Watson is now also done for, so just Edison left. And yes, I am offering up Edison to do well for the GC of Finn because Mr. Ayuso is already 2 minutes behind. So, oh la 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 la, what is happening here? Oh, we've got a breakaway. Jeno Bergmoes attacks in the last 15 kilometers. We've got ourselves sitting up a bit to try and save energy for the last 10 kilometers, but I'm not sure that's the smartest idea. So let's get back into train formation and let's focus on gaining gap on Ayuso because right now he's coming closer. 2 minutes 30 again. So what is happening? Visma's pacing for him. Come on, guys. Patrick, bro, what are you doing? Anyway, Edison is pacing like crazy into the final 5 kilometers. I know we might be giving up on the stage like that, but actually, I don't think we are because my plan is to attack from this peloton. The second Edison's turn is done for, so let's wait right now. That's 3 kilometers to go. There goes Finn on the left side of the road, and Edison stops. Come on, Finn, get a gap, get a gap, get a gap. We've got Van Poppel getting blocked. That's nice. 99 by Finn, gap of 20 seconds, Lorenzo Finn is riding for the victory into the final kilometer, 40 seconds, oh la 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 la, look at this, beautiful victory for Lorenzo Finn on the echelon stage. This dude weighs 55 kilos, probably not, probably a bit more, but I'll take the win. To be honest, at the end of a brutal echelon stage like this, when there's no domestiques left, the attacks usually work. Just like today, and as a consequence, Lorenzo Finn takes 36 seconds on the group with Jorgensen and Skjelmose, so not just on Ayuso we take time, on everyone. Plus the stage win, don't forget the stage win. Of course, Matthias Skjelmose is still in the lead of the race by 23 seconds on Jorgensen, but now 49 seconds on P3, Lorenzo Finn. So that's fantastic. Honestly, a fantastic day by the team. Zach Edison, Alvarez, Samuel Watson, Romeo Arrieta, everybody did a fantastic job. Also, at the end of the day, Juan Ayuso loses 3 minutes and 28 seconds, so definitely not his best day. Meanwhile, Archie Ryan and Vlasov on 9 minutes and 28 seconds. And Michael Leonard finishes 106th on 20 minutes. Oi oi oi. The gaps are now massive in GC, I'm talking about minutes, and we are on the podium, so an amazing day for Dacia Siroko. Honestly, stage 6 is a pretty funny hockey stick parkour with one small hill at the finish line, and I was kind of surprised that Lorenzo Finn is 5th favorite. Like, I know he's got 78 hill stat, but he's not that punchy. Anyway, let's do our best. I'm actually not sure what to expect from this final climb. It's so short that we've got Pericos, who's quite punchy, Serrano with a sprint and also punchy, Watson, who won stage 1 of the Tour de France on a similar terrain, but then Finn with a -1 on the day, so not looking that good. 6.5 kilometers to go in a pretty perfect position as we speak, but I don't know how to race this final, so I'm just doing some hard pacing right now to get into a perfect position. 5k to go. Romeo is my next man. There goes Romeo. Arrieta in the wheel, ready to climb his best self right now. 2.4 kilometers to go onto the climb. I've got way too many riders here, but I'm enjoying it, so that's the most important part. I'll attack right now with Arrieta with a sprint. Why not? Let's just wing it. Let's just wing it with all of us. Come on, come on, come on. Sprint with everybody. Sprint with everybody, boys. There goes Finn. There goes Pericos. 1v1 from the team, but Skjelmose is coming around. Skjelmose will come around. I played it very shit, but I do podium the stage, so we get some bonus seconds, and the winner is Skjelmose ahead of Ryan and Finn, but I definitely gifted that stage away. If I don't start sprinting with my entire team with 1.5 kilometers to go, I win this for sure. Anyway, mistakes were made, but Finn does finish third and takes time on the likes of Jorgensen, so Ayuso as well That's a nice outcome, which actually means that we move up to second position ahead of Jorgensen, but we do lose time compared to Skelmose, so now on 55 seconds. But I am shocked that we are actually in the running for a podium at La Vuelta here. Partially because the start list is shit, but we'll ignore that. But I think we'll need a pretty good day to be competitive on stage 7, a medium mountain stage with plenty of climbs, but we've got 79 medium mountain on paper, so we should be competitive. That said, according to the game, we are not. Tiberi is the favorite, but I reckon I can do well on this. Maybe from the break and the peloton. Oh la la, Lorenzo Finn with a +2 on the day, that is 82 medium mountain. Should I simply not focus on him alone? I think I'll try to win the stage from the peloton. Actually, I'm not sure I like 14 riders being up the road, so I'm gonna join the breakaway just in case the break does make it. Let's move on the left side of the road with Alvarez and Pericas right now. Let's try and bridge on the first climb. Of course, UAE Team Emirates is not a fan of that, so Bjerg is spacing, but Pericas has a +2 on the day with also 81 medium mountain, so he should bridge quite easily. Okay, maybe not that easily. At the top of the first climb, 45 seconds behind, so let's try to hammer it in the descent, I guess. It has taken us so much energy, but Pericas is in the breakaway, so that is perfect. Am I pacing in the peloton? Am I pacing in the peloton? Okay, I'm not. So that's good. Alvarez can protect Finn, and that's perfect. Now, despite being in this breakaway, there's a big reason why I don't want this breakaway to actually win, because I'm very bad at focusing on two things at the same time. And if the breakaway and the GC group is on the last climb at the same time, I don't think I'll do well. By the way, there's one thing I really don't like on Pro Cycling Manager, and that's that in breakaways, every single rider in the group attacks for the KOM points. That is so unrealistic, and it forces you to focus on the breakaway so much near the top of a climb. Otherwise, your rider just gets dropped just about halfway the stage, and the gap from the peloton to the breakaway is about 3 minutes, so the break is not looking that fantastic at the moment, but it's still 16 riders, you know? And the closest rider in GC is Javier Romo on about 4 minutes 30, so he's not exactly in the virtual lead at the moment. Pericas on 10 minutes, so GC is out of the question. With about 33 kilometers to go, there's 2 climbs left in this race, 1.5 maybe, and the gap from the breakaway to the peloton is 3 minutes 47, so the break might have a chance actually. I'll try and be pretty defensive on this second last climb with Pericas. We are the best climber on paper in this group next to Andrew August with 80 medium mountain as well, but that +2 day today, 81 medium mountain on Pericas, let's hope it pays off. Meanwhile, in the peloton, I gotta try and stick in a proper position, so let's try to move up, Finn. Perfect position over the top as well, so a single climb left, and it's coming pretty soon. There we go, the climb begins, and the attack of Finley Pickering off the front, 7.8 kilometers at 7.4%. Pericas, this is your mountain, my friend. In the peloton, Finn has to do as best as possible as well, but I'll try to focus on the breakaway a little bit more, where we are kind of gapped, so let's move up on 86, 87 right now. There we go, 3.3 kilometers to go in the front group. AJ August in a slightly better position, and Gel on literally everybody right now. That is perfect. Romeo can protect Finn in the peloton. That is also good. On to 87. Gotta make sure I don't get dropped there, but I want to try and win the stage on 87. Is that too much? I'm kind of boxed in, and I don't like it. Last 1.6 kilometers, Pericas in a perfect position to try and win this stage on Balcon de Alicante. Van Gils and August on the left side of the road. Last kilometer on to 90, 93, 95. Sprint right now, Pericas, but Van Gils has a better sprint, and he destroys us on top of this mountain. That is disappointing. Let's focus on Finn right now. We're losing time. We're losing time. 93. Skelmose is not too far ahead. Let's go 90 to the wheel of Mr. Ciccone here, and now sprint in the final stretch. We might as well, but we're losing time to 2 riders, which is Skelmose and Jorgensen. Not the perfect stage, but not terrible either. Anyway, 7 stages into this Vuelta, and Matthias Skelmose is leading the race by 47 seconds on Jorgensen, so back into second place, and Finn in third on 1 minute and 4 seconds. That said, we are on the podium for the white jersey, because Finn is 3 minutes and 12 seconds ahead of Ayuso. But I am a little bit salty about losing the stage to Maxim van Gils, because that would have been a nice victory. And also, I believe that our time loss with Finn is because I was focusing on that bad breakaway, so otherwise I may be finished with Skelmos and Jorgensen. That's why I feel even worse about the fact that I went for the stage. Anyway, mistakes were made, I guess. But I do think it's fair to say that Lorenzo Finn being in 3rd place ahead of climbers like Tiberi and Ayuso is a pretty fantastic start to this Vuelta. That said, it's only the beginning. 14 stages to come, including Alto de Vellifique, Pico Viercas, also Lagos de Covadonga, and a monster climb on Alto del Gamoniteru. A devastating 15 kilometers at 9.7% with a max gradient of 17.6. That is a monster climb. Anyway, all of that is for next time. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.